the call. You taking off this summer.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back with another video today with Catch the T with Lil G. Just on here giving my comments and my opinions or whatever on what's going on in the social media, pop culture world. With that being said, hop on board with me as I throw some shade and catch some tea. And please make sure to hit that notification button so that way whenever I hop on board, y'all can check me out. Please make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. And with that being said, let's get on into it with today's topics. Okay, so as we know, Meg dropped her little album on Friday it was, and I did check out the album, to do my review on it, and I give the album a 6, maybe a 7, simply because I just felt like her previous work that she did was kind of better than this self-titled album, and I felt like she could have had better collaborations on the album or whatever. But I mean, hey, she did do her thing or whatever, and it says the first day of release on Spotify was 7.123 million streams. That's pretty good to do numbers like that, especially far as a rap chick in the game. And I feel like she somewhat I would put under Nicki, and it says since 2021 with 11.4 streams following Megan. Those are some pretty good numbers or whatever. I just feel like it could have been more though to it, I felt like. But I will say the hotties did go out, support, and they bought, her album. So with that being said, you got a lot of these rap chicks and they fan base is not even, supporting their faves and purchasing, they shit or whatever. So I do, applaud Meg on that. I still feel like she got more work to do or whatever. I will say, however, with her touring, I kind of expected the numbers to be a little bigger, but hey, it is what it is. Okay, so yeah, moving on though, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with these 5, cancel overseas tour dates or whatever. And then I see ticket sales $4 to $14. Like, what's going on, Meg? And why all those, tour dates canceled? That kind of goes to show that Meg got a little more work to do as far as being a mega overseas superstar or whatever. And it was mighty funny to me though how they was trying to diss Nicki when Nicki oversold all of her shows overseas or whatever. So I just felt like she got a little more work. I feel like she got to do to make it overseas. So then in the comment section, U.S. rappers tour is in chaos as they failed to sell out major UK arenas just weeks after Rap Rival managed to do so. One venue has seating blocked with not one ticket sold. Like the shade they be giving is so funny, but they are absolutely right though. Okay, so moving on, the City Cinderella and the Snowman. When I heard the track, I was like, yeah, this could be a summer banger. I felt like Jeezy and her together, they both did their thing. Like, you know, Jeezy always been that, fire rapper from back in his era. I felt like it was a good choice for her to put him on it. Check his verse
That's a
out.
dollar bill. Handsome and wealthy. Forget the fact a nigga real. Why you got choppers in the house? Cause I'm a nigga still. A bitch that never kept me slipping. Yeah, banana peel. Ever lost the real when you dropped the ball, baby? Young Jalen Brown, yeah, I'm about the ball, baby. I was chilling in the grill when coach made the call. You taking off this summer? I said, nigga, no. All I'm hearing about is Drizzy, Drake, and K-Dot. Been on 520.
Okay, so it says, okay, remix by JT featuring Jeezy. Number 107 is the highest debuted new release by female rapper on Apple Music, US hip hop chart, surpassing Rattle by Megan Thee Stallion at number 169 and Big Mama by Lotto at number 117. And hey, go JT. That's all I can say. You got one comment. Oh, JT is eating the girls up. I see you, boo. Chocolate girls for the win. She's growing. Thanks to Jeezy. Let's be honest, people were checking for him, not her. Okay, solo version already entered Hot 100 and peep top 20 on Apple Music, US overall chart, despite Taylor Swift album. And then you got one Barty Gang member, receipts please, cause ain't no way y'all just like to 88.k people like this. And then it says, who lies? Like, that's so funny to me how the Barty Gang always think somebody lying with the numbers. Y'all's fave is a flop, so don't discredit, I feel like, another artist because your fave is flopping at the end of the day. Okay, so moving on. Next topic, we have Lotto. As we all know, she just dropped her new single or whatever. I guess it's called Big Mama. However, it was alright song. I just feel like Lotto give me vibes like she don't know which approach to take in the music industry at this point. I feel like she's fighting a crisis or an identity crisis at this point and don't know what type of flow to go by. I feel like if she find that one type of style, I feel like she wouldn't be flopping out here as bad as she is or whatever. No shade, but check out the clip.
Yeah. Big mama, big mama, big mama. Big and wet when he caught me big. Yeah, love when he caught me big mama. Yeah, that get the coochie wet. How better stick to TikTok and mean that without disrespect. I was a virgin before I met you, baby. I don't have an ex. Thought I told you bitches I pull up in 20 Cadillacs. Yeah, money long, cheetah thong, thick as hell, Georgia Dome. Sharing niggas, sharing clothes. I don't know what y'all be.
Okay, so in the comment section, one delusional user said, hey, Nicki fell out with the girls that can actually rap. 21 is definitely her man. Drake wrote that Big Mama track for Lotto like a MF, laughing my A off. All I heard was his pen. 21 is definitely her man. This giving Drake vibes with the beat switch. This is so Drake coded. At the end of the day, they was, speculating that possibly 21 and Drake both helped her with this, song or whatever. However, if they did help her with that song, she's still out here flopping. And at the end of the day, everybody know that Drake is a no-go at this point. And 21 Savage, I mean, he's all right, but however, allegedly that's her man or whatever. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. But maybe she will finally catch a single that will actually chart at this point. Okay, so moving on. remember back when Ice Spice put out the big butt, fat butt, or whatever that shit was called? Lotto was straight dissing Ice Spice or whatever because, her numbers wasn't that good. So Lotto threw a lot of shade and posted the Dookie cake emoji or whatever. Now, it's so funny to me that she did all of that dissing towards Ice Spice, even though Ice Spice, deserved that tea or whatever. But it said it's quite funny how the tables turn. Y'all clown Ice for her recent Spotify numbers to big up Lotto only for y'all to let her tank. Fat Butt was 456K, Big Mama was 167K. Now, yeah, that's very funny to me that, Lotto threw all that shade towards Ice Spice when Ice Spice actually did better numbers than her at the end of the day. How can you diss somebody when at the end of the day you did even worse than the person you dissed? It don't make sense to me at all. That's very funny. Okay, so we know that Cardi did the whole little BT experience or whatever with Sexy Red and a few other people, performing. And it's mighty funny to me how, they claim that she finally sold out or whatever from the show. But that's hard to believe when it was like just a day or two before when I saw that it was a lot of seats left. So I'm pretty sure Atlantic Records had to, buy out the rest of them, seats. And I felt like they did that because, boom, they already knew Megan, debut album came out that day. And, Megan touring and Nicki's touring. So, of course, they got to make Cardi B relevant, I feel like. Okay, so moving on. Go Glow. She wrote, I'm looking fine as hell. I'm trying to be seen. TGIF video dropping in an hour. And then it said Rihanna's last Instagram turning up the TGIF surpassed 100 million views in less than 7 hours. Wow. Like them numbers. When I say my girl really out here grinding and really doing her thing, like she been dropping hits after hits, honey. She's been actually out here putting in all type of work. And then she representing, of course, for Tennessee, which, hey, ain't a bad thing at all or whatever. It's funny how when she first came, along in the music game, how they was, just joking and dissing when she's surpassing a lot of y'all faves or whatever. It says TGIF entered the top 5 of U.S. Apple Music. Like, I can honestly believe them records because, like I said, she been putting in hits after hits on top of, doing this little tour with Megan. And then it said TGIF rises to 5 of Apple Music top song charts. And then it said number 2 on hip hop and rap. It says TGIF debuted at number 124 on the daily US Spotify charts with 456,497 streams on June 29th, 2024. Glorilla 6 song to appear on the US charts. Like, at the end of the day, when I say she's not playing in this music game, she really is not. Like I said, they was, joking and dissing her like she wasn't gonna make it, to the top. When, like I said, at the end of the day, she's surpassing a lot of the other faves or whatever. Okay, so I saved the best for last. And one thing about Nikki, honey, Nikki gonna deliver. Nikki always come through for the barbs, which I love that about her. Like, she's really dedicated to her fan base. And it's amazing journey to watch her from the beginning up until now. And one thing about it, can't nobody sit up here and say that she don't put in work at the end of the day, because mother really be working. And I love that about her. So it was said that it was 200,000 people that attended her last show. When I say that's a lot of people in one building, man, me personally, I would be shitting bricks to even look in the crowd and see that many people out there like that. But hey, she did her thing and she made it do what it do. And like, I don't see no other rap chicks doing that out here. And keep in mind, quote unquote, Nikki's tour ain't selling this and that, when she got a whole second part to her tour coming. Like, at the end of the day, people always hating on Nikki and never want to give her flowers. And I don't care what nobody say. It's a lot of rap chicks that's really intimidated by her. When she say my sons, I really get why she says that or whatever. Okay, so Not Kanye says one of the most memorable things about his album MBDTF was having Nicki Minaj as a feature and her kicking his ass. When I say Kanye West didn't hold back or whatever, and like, he really gave Nicki her flowers, when I feel like at the end of the day, a lot of people who she really fuck with really don't, give her flowers, I think, at the end of the day. My guy could have been bitter, from her not wanting to clear that song. But instead, he gave her credit when it was due. And that's sometimes hard for some people to do. With that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed today's topics. With that being said, please support your boy with Catch the Tea with Lil G. Please subscribe, comment, and like. And I will see you guys on the next video.